I'm gonna use this extremely fragile plastic straw to stir this very hot cup of coffee, because I have no will to live anymore. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Good evening, afternoon, or night, axolots. For legal reasons, I don't know where you live, and you better hope I don't because I got pink eye. Family vacation, most of us have had those. This weekend, my parents, brother, and grandparents whisked me away to Genting Highlands, this resort vacation spot on the mountains. It's most well known for its amusement park and being freezing cold. And by that I mean about 22 degrees Celsius on average. And I can already hear all the Europeans sputtering in disbelief right now in the comments. 22 degrees Celsius? Oh, you think that's cold? Over here in Bundabergland, it's negative 40 degrees Celsius always, and our sun is a mini fridge. Guys, this is a tropical country where our average weather a day is 30 degrees Celsius. I once stood outside in Switzerland in full winter gear at 10 degrees Celsius and I almost killed myself. The main reason we were going is for the amusement park, which I've never been to, so I was very excited. On Thursday night, my parents picked me up from my dorm and off we went to stay at my relative's house, which was closer to Genting. I woke up with an anime antenna and a very lively attitude. This was my fit to go up the mountain. My mom tried to kill me by turning off the light as I descended down the stairs. But we eventually made it and departed at 9 AM. Stopped for some snacks because I was feeling very ravenous. And then went back to being squashed at the back of the car.
Wow, who knew translucent stuff was a thing?
Turns out this random chocolate snack I got was a Kinder Egg dupe, so me and my brother just spent a few minutes shooting each other with the plastic at the back.
Pull and let go.
The taste was okay, I was mostly in it for the elephant footballer, and the drive didn't take long. We got to go up this really cool highway with this amazing view. Wow, how gorgeous. Isn't taking a look at the beautiful environment around you great at this time of modern age where we're also focused on our phones? And I completely missed everything because I was knocked out at the back. It was surreal, guys. One moment I closed my eyes, and the second we had arrived at our destination. All I have are these video clips my mom took from me. I think this might be the closest thing we have to time traveling. I was wondering why we weren't that cold yet, but turns out we had yet to reach the tippiest top of the mountain. We just got off at an outlet further down to eat and do a little bit of shopping. The stuff sold in these stores were mostly cheaper because it's stuff that aren't popular and don't sell well in the normal ones. So it's basically Asian Wonderland. Off we went to get me my first ever pair of Nike shoes. I don't typically get shoes like this because even though I have the height of a 6'5", I still prefer shoes that give me as tall of a height boost as possible. But these ones caught my eye. My brother told me they were themed after the Day of the Dead holiday and they looked really cool. Plus, I could slip in some height extensions on them. Because living in denial is always fun when you're a short king. We had lunch at the most questionable restaurant in Malaysia. Look at how they depict the token Chinese character. Amazing. Then we did a little bit more shopping before we finally went to the top of the mountain. I was overwhelmed with many feelings. Excitement, awe, sickness. A lot of motion sickness. I was extremely motion sick. Once we arrived, we dragged our belongings to our rooms. Now, let me ask you guys this question, okay? If you could choose a color for a resort room, one located at the calming top of the mountains with a cool breeze, where people want to relax and enjoy the soothing weather and view, what color would you choose? A light blue? Gray or beige perhaps? Wrong, it was piss colored. Why was it piss colored? It's very uncomfortable to look at. After we arrived in our hotel room, My family members proceeded to abandon me and head to the casino because I was underage. And I just have to show you guys the photo the casino people took of my dad to make into a card. Because why are his pupils sliding away? Why did they tell him to look? Soon after, we went to the top of the resort to have hot pot, my favorite meal for real. It was starting to rain, meaning the weather was only getting colder, but I was feeling fine due to my amazing testosterone and masculine muscle energy. We ordered the food we wanted on this iPad.
Wow, technology!
And went to get the sauces while we waited for it to arrive. If you haven't been to hot pot restaurants like this before, basically they give you an assortment of ingredients and you get to mix and match your own sauce. As a law-abiding citizen, I followed the pre-made rules to create my peanut sesame sauce. But also, as a liar, I added a bunch of things that weren't in the rules, because the inner Remy in me told me it would taste good. Then we did some chef work, wee. Here is me very efficiently putting individual squid tentacles into tomato soup. Food, delicious meal. This is great commentary. Oh, sorry. Yeah. At the end, they gave us our dessert in these shot glasses, which is very cool and elegant. Is that? Whoa! Again, very elegant. By the time we were done, it was dark outside, and oh my god, the added rain made it so much colder, to the point where I felt like pouring the hot pot soup on myself. Oh, I'm freezing to death! Oh, it's so cold! From here, we could see the amusement park we were going to tomorrow, as well as the main biggest attraction, the drop zone. That's right, we were gonna go all the way up there and then just drop down at full speed because human beings are masochists by nature. And clearly, Final Destination was not a good enough warning for me. Let's go! Huh? We went shopping as well and came across this store that sold cute dresses. I tried this one on and I thought I pulled it off. Okay? I thought I looked cute. Until my brother told me I looked like a chemo patient. I put it back. Finally, I got some oden to end the night. The next day, this is when the amusement park stuff begins, guys. I was hyped. I did my skincare because the cold air was making me turn into an SCP containment creature. My hair was not cooperating, but it was fine. I will threaten to shave it off later to make it behave. My grandparents were not coming along because can you imagine two elderly grandparents in their 80s going on that? So my dad took them to the casino instead. Remember kids, gambling is always the solution. So it was just my brother leading me and my mom there. I like how in every scenario where we have to find direction, it's always just follow the older sibling and hope for the best. Why do I walk like that? Why am I walking as if this is sped up? I thought I fixed my walking. I swear, it's not sped up. Why am I walking like it's sped up? Bro, use your feet. Why are you levitating? Eventually, we found the entrance and it was magical. Bubbles outside greeted us and we entered through this fingerprint eating machine. This actually saves the trouble of those wristband things they used to do. In technology, just neat. Haha, we are all gonna get framed for things we didn't do in the future. What greeted us inside was this golden room that served as a pathway to the theme park. There was a candy store in it, but my brother stopped me from going in because of his older sibling privileges. We had finally arrived and it was time to get high on adrenaline and hopefully not shit my pants. My brother planned out the places to go because me and my mom both have the direction sense of a blind baby deer. I look like I understand what's going on here, but in actuality, I'm just nodding along to everything he says on autopilot. The rest of this is just going to be a speed run of the events, okay? We went past this blue tunnel to the first area. And we got to our first ride, which seemed boring until 6 seconds later. Oh, that ain't so bad. Oh, that ain't so bad. Whoa! Phones weren't allowed on the ride because if you did have it in your pocket, it would basically just turn into a pile of glass and metal at the end. So I couldn't record myself on it. But this was me before the first ride, and this was me after. We wanted to get onto this drop thing next, and guys, I know I look like the bravest person to ever grace this earth, but I am actually a giant pussy. I was terrified. It's just that I go ahead and do it anyways because I'm too stupid to fear death. We decided to skip it first though and leave it to the end because the waiting time was 50 minutes. Here is my mom looking very assaulted? Here is my mom looking very excited for this somersault ride. The waiting time said it would be 10 minutes long, but just like the government, it lies. We waited 40 minutes! At the 30-minute mark, I was already thinking, this is not exciting enough to warrant this long of a wait. There were literal toddlers in line with us, but we had waited so long at this point and we were already at the front. So we might as well. The ride had technical issues and stopped working right before it was our turn. If there is a God out there, we are gonna talk about this when I meet you, man. This ain't right. So we went on the 4D Planet of the Apes experience instead. Right? Translation? They let us watch this short video first for context and then gave us glasses that made me look like a football. Luckily, we got to skip a lot of the queue because there was an opening for only 3 people. It looks like traveling in a group of odd numbers does have an advantage. Afterwards, for lunch, me and my mom shared a hot dog. I have to curse the existence of hot dogs though, because this is the most inconvenient food that I have ever placed in my mouth. By the time my mom gave me the other half to eat, the bread had already dissolved from the sauce, and so I was eating the bread and sausage separately. That is unacceptable. Unfortunately, a lot of the cool rides that my brother and I spotted on the brochures weren't even open yet, so our choices were pretty limited. We decided to go for this family roller coaster instead, and the wait was torturous, painful. I think we were waiting in line for over an hour. Maybe I do understand rich people who buy express tickets now. I'm still glaring at them though. The worst part is that right before our turn, again, the ride suddenly stopped. Uh-oh, there was commotion at the front. Uh-oh, people were getting antsy. I was about to lose my shit, guys. Life was dark and dull in the silence of the workers. My brother was a volcano waiting to erupt. The crowd was getting louder and louder, calling out for an answer. All was lost. Until Janitor Man came in with a mop and saved the day. I still have no idea what happened. He just mopped the floor for a bit and then the ride continued as normal. I think someone either threw up or pissed themselves. That's wild. I was telling that to my mom and she brushed it off like, on such a simple, easy ride like this, who would be scared enough to piss themselves? This was my mom the entire ride. I think we were the only group of people that had someone screaming the entire time. My mom may have single-handedly discouraged all the families from going onto this family ride. She said that it was the worst experience of her life. She has given C-sections to me and my brother. Apparently, according to her, the ride was 100% fear and 0% thrill. Not great to hear when the person who took her seat afterwards was a 12-year-old girl. We then queued up for this fighter jet ride that was similar to the first one, and I got to meet one of you guys there! Shout out to this lovely person who took a photo with me. They looked so stylish. The ride was really fun. My brother, who is studying mechanical engineering, because of course every art student needs a science student sibling, he told me that there was some physics magic hoo-ha that could make you spin faster in the ride if you move the wings in a particular way. I just took it as swing them as fast as you can and you will go brr brr brr. Did not work. My ass slammed against the seat of that ride so hard that I think I may have gotten an ass concussion. A concussion. I blame my brother. Finally, we went on the drop zone. It was what the both of us were looking forward to the whole time. Here's me looking increasingly more anxious as we get further into the line until we reached the very front. Now, I have a bone to pick with my brother for this that I will never let go of. He told me that he went on a ride like this in Korea before, and it would slowly go up so that you could enjoy the view, pause before slamming back down. So as I sat there while the seats descended further down, I waited patiently for the slow rise. There was no slow rise. He lied. It shot all the way to the top at max speed and then dropped all the way down at max speed. And then it just went wee woo wee woo. But I have to say, that was the best experience there so far. It was so fun. Here was me before the ride and here was me after. My mom was waiting for us at the end with our bags as I complained to her about my brother. Afterwards, we went to this one ride that guaranteed you would become 60% damp after it was done. I put on my raincoat and we lined up again. Surely with this on, I couldn't possibly get that much water on me, right? 你也没有这么说啊。Yeah, our new shoes were ruined. They have the dead shoes, they dead for real. We couldn't go onto this one roller coaster at the Ice Age part since it was fully booked, so we went on to the 3D ride instead. Honestly, it was a letdown because it was mainly for kids, so the whole ride was basically like this. The only interesting part was coming up with ways to sit comfortably on the bars. I saw a girl older than me do this pose and it was really effective. I also felt like it was quite poetic because as I moved further down the line, I saw a younger boy followed after me and sat like that. And then we were done for the day. We had gone through every ride we could and it was so late already. Not too late though for the candy store. Fuck you, big brother. I get what I want. Magnificent. There is just something so fun about candy stores. I like bathing in the essence of them. I ended up getting some chocolate for myself and caramel candy for my mom. I also wanted to get this airplane with a lollipop attached to it, but apparently it wasn't practical and it was not worth the price being increased by 10 times. And finally, we were done for the day.
17th floor.
Thank you. I can't find the right word to describe what I'm feeling right now, except so pissed that I might cry. I usually order iced caramel macchiatos because, you know, it's sweet and I'm a little baby. I'll admit it. I don't understand the pleasure in drinking something so bitter that I want to throw up. I was talking to my brother and I was asking him what a frappuccino was. And he was like, oh, it's like an ice blended coffee. And I was like, holy shit, that means a caramel frappuccino is just an ice blended caramel coffee. So I went and ordered it, and during that, the guy asked me if I want coffee with it. I thought what he meant was if I wanted an extra shot of coffee. Because every time I order like anything coffee in Starbucks, they will ask me if I want coffee. And if I say yes, they add like one more shot of espresso. And that just wastes my money. So I was like, oh, I'm smart this time. I'll just say no. They gave me milk. This is milk. I paid so much for sweetened milk. So I'm going to mix in some of like the coffee that our hotel gives us into this and try and hope to save it. So I'm gonna heat up this water. Oh shit, okay. Don't kill me. It stopped. I guess that means it's hot. Let's check. I'm gonna use this extremely fragile plastic straw to stir this very hot cup of coffee because I have no will to live anymore. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Oh! Uh-oh! Who's a genius? He's a genius. Honestly, not bad. If I got this, I would not be mad at all. Yay! But now we learn that whenever you fuck up, you find a way to fuck it up even more until it works. My mom and dad brought us these lobster meals later at night because they heard it was very popular there. But man, if a burger can cost this much money, it better be able to give me the ability to grow an extra kidney when I need it. The final verdict, it was not worth the price. Lobsters are just big mid shrimp and I will stand by that. And while it didn't give us a kidney, you know what it did give us? A baby! Our whole family struck by corona because we shared a burger on a mountain. This is why you never share things, kids. I'm feeling much better now, honestly. For the 3 days that I was immensely sick, I had no idea it was COVID. I thought it was just a result of my immune system failing me after getting negative hours of sleep for days. Turns out it wasn't. So that means I can keep my current horrible sleeping schedule. Hooray! Thank you for watching this video. I'm still kinda sick and I have a very infected eye right now. Oh my god, I look so hot. I just wanted to take you guys with me on this adventure. You know, show the gang what my family vacations are like. Show the orphan, and I'll see you in the next one. Love ya. Bye bye. Infected eye punch.